Got one? You bet we do. Welcome back, everybody. So over the past couple days, we have done insanely well on stick baits and primarily on the Wacky Rig. One thing about Wacky Rigs, a little bit of a drawback, is that they do not last all that long. They tear pretty easily, especially with the Senko, which is probably, in my opinion, the best stick bait and probably the most popular. And they're not cheap, so getting these baits to last just a little bit longer is wonderful. And so we're going out and fishing something that I've never fished before, which is wild to say because it's not new at all, but I've just never thrown these on an O-ring. O-rings basically just extend the longevity of these baits just a little bit. So we're going to do a little bit of a test, fish them without, see how many fish that these Senkos can kind of last through. Typically it's one fish, two maybe, and then they're pretty much torn apart and you can't use them anymore. So we're going to see if the O-ring doesn't extend that a little bit longer and hopefully get a little bit more value out of these guys, because again, they're my favorite, but they're probably on the more expensive side also. So we're going to go ahead and do that. But before I forget, we are still doing our giveaway box, so make sure to stay towards the end of the video to hear more about that. But let's get after it. So essentially for these stick baits and to use an O-ring, usually they have an O-ring tool. Basically the easiest way to do it is to thread it onto the tool, push on up there. And the one I have from Mustad has a little bit extra of an appendage for the hook to go ahead and get placed onto or through. So we're going to go ahead and use that, see how we like it and whatnot. But yeah, once you go ahead and thread on your O-ring, towards the end, you put in your stick bait wherever you want that O-ring to hang, and then you just go ahead and slide it on over and it will hold right there. That's pretty much it. So basically, if you don't have an O-ring, you're just kind of taking that stick bait and kind of finding the center of gravity, so it's going to kind of flutter and everything pretty evenly. And then I typically just kind of put it right through the middle. Now these are super soft baits, so they typically don't last very long. So we're going to go ahead and throw this guy out there, see how many fish we can end up hooking up with. I guess that's one thing to think about, is obviously the hookup ratio, and then how long it lasts through the number of fish. And then after we end up losing this, hopefully we have a fair number of bites, we'll end up switching on over to the O-ring and seeing if it does better, similar, anything else like that. Again, this is nothing brand new or anything else like that, but if you're new to fishing, there's our first bite on our first cast. Ooh, and she's in the pads. Got kind of light line on. We got her out. Yep. Little fish. But if you're new to fishing, this might be new to you. So don't stay out of there. So all right, first one. Kind of got it down there. I do have pliers. We set the hook immediately, but there we go. First fish. Maybe pound and a half, maybe a little bit bigger. They're getting fat for fall. So we'll go ahead and let that guy go and take a look at our Senko. So she made it through one, but this is the problem with Senkos, is they work insanely well because they are soft, but that hook and that eye went through that bait, so already a little torn up, pretty loose on there. I don't think she'll last another fish. We can try and rehook it a little bit, but then you're kind of messing with the action a little bit more. So there we go. Yeah, I don't know if she's gonna make it through two, but we'll see. We will see. That happened insanely fast, and I think that kind of goes to show how well Senkos and especially Wacky Rigs a lot of time to work. But see if we can't get another one, and then I can almost guarantee we'll have to switch on over to the O-ring. We got one. Yep. There we go. That wasn't like, I had to go a little way down the lily pads to get this one to bite, so that wasn't immediate. Oh gosh, that's not a bad fish, but don't get in the lily pads. Oh. Right in the roof of the mouth though, so we're okay. Come on, buddy. I don't have super stout line on here. There we go. Ooh, he's actually skin hooked. I'm actually kind of lucky we got that one. I thought he was much more. It was tough skin at least. Another, probably, that one's a little bit bigger. We got a little bit of stuff going on down there. Oh boy. Ew. Don't want to touch that. Yeah, probably about almost a 2-pounder, I bet. And our Senko did hold together for another fish, which is a bit surprising to me. We kind of got some weird, we like rehooked it some type of way. So we will fish on. This might be the best Senko known to man to hold together for 3 fish. There's one. Got him. Oh no, no. I don't know if that's a good one or not. Oh gosh. We are all up in the weeds. Can we pull him? Oh man. He just keeps getting further and further into there. We might have to go. I don't know how we're gonna get him out of that. Might have to put a little bit more pressure than we want to on this fish. Hope he doesn't break off, because he went all the way around. The other ones have kind of fought a little bit more in the open water before they try and swim in the pad, so they're a little bit more tired. I don't know if he's on there anymore. Nope, we lost him. Got stuck on a lily pad. Alright, but strangely enough, our Senko's still holding together. Here, we'll cast further out from the lily pads in hopes that they don't immediately run in there. Oh, got one. Jesus. That was instant. Oh, was that? Oh, I don't know how that happened, but he came off. That wasn't a pike, was it? No, we do have some fray, but I don't know how he came off and took the Senko. But there we go, 2.5 fish essentially. That was pretty quick though, so we might have a good day. We'll retie because we do have a little bit of fray there, and then we will put on our O-ring and see if we do a little bit better. Fishing is pretty hot right now apparently, so I would say we should expect a similar result with our O-ring. And I guess if it takes us a while to catch some fish, maybe that has something to do with the action, or maybe the O-ring affects the action a little bit. But let's tie on another one, see if we can get some more fish. Pretty safe to say I think we will. All right, so we got our Senko, we've got our O-ring on there, and this one from Mustad does have essentially a hook slot on the top. I don't know if that's going to give a little bit better of a hookup ratio, keeps it a little bit more even, I don't really know, but we're going to throw it like that for a little bit, and if we don't like it, we could just slide it underneath the actual O, which is how more O-rings are kind of set up. So that's where we've had bites instantaneously, so we'll throw it there and kind of see what happens. Ideally this would work because a pack of Senkos isn't crazy cheap, but when you can easily go through an entire pack in a day, or multiple packs in a day if the fishing's really good. This might save you some money. So there's one. And he went out to the actual lake, so don't have to worry about the lily pad so much. Hooked up with the first one. Only took about three, maybe 4 casts. I can't remember. Oh, don't. Oh, and he threw it. Okay, so I don't know that that was fair to say that was necessarily on the bait, but because none of the other fish threw it or jumped. So there we go, and it looks perfectly fine. But something, I guess, to note. I'm gonna say that's more my fault than anything, but there's one. Got it. Got him. Oh, well, that's not a good sign. What? No, I don't even know how. What? That is the strangest thing I've ever seen happen with one of these guys. Well, that's unfortunate. The bite kind of shut off relatively quickly. So that was, I think, only our second bite on here. It looks fine, but that was, I don't know if I've ever seen a Senko come back on a Wacky rig looking like that. There's one. Got him. I want to hit it kind of hard. Can we get our first fish? Oh, and he's gotten to the only lily pad. You kidding me? You get them all? What? It's right here somewhere. Where is he? Oh boy. Is he on that? I think he's... That's not a bad fish. Oh, come on. He's stuck on some weeds. There we go. There we are. Well, that's the biggest one of today. Got hooked well. Still got our Senko. Kind of got a... It was a weird skin hook. It was hooked him twice. That's a 2 1/4. Oh, there's another fish. There we go. Not a bad one. All right, let's take a look at our Senko. In all honesty, I did accidentally snag a lily pad earlier, and I think the most impressive thing about this O-ring is that I was able to drag it through a bunch of lily pads and still got it back. So this is still the same one that we started using. Now, let's see how she looks. She looks relatively unscathed. Looks pretty similar. So we've had 2 bites on this guy, caught 1 fish, and dragged it through a ton of lily pads, and she still looks functional. So that is wonderful. Let's see if we can't catch one more before the end of the night. And we might end up coming back and fishing this again, because the fishing is phenomenal right now on these stick baits and Wacky rigs. This might have not been a good idea. Oh boy. We got one in there somewhere. Oh boy. If we get this one and we get our Senko back. We had one. I don't know if he's still there. I don't feel it. It's right here somewhere if he is. I don't know if we'll even get our hook back. I don't think... don't even know where it is. Oh, there's our line. I don't think, oh no, we lost it. We lost him, but we did get our Senko back again. Good gracious. I didn't even know with an O-ring it would hold together this well. We were just making an absolute debacle with everything, but there's our rope, there's our Senko. So we've drug it through a ridiculous amount of lily pads multiple times, caught a couple fish, missed a fish, and she still looks basically brand new. If only we could catch some of these fish, but back in this stuff is probably not where you're throwing a normal Senko. But see if we can't get one more yet before we go in, and I think we'll most certainly come back out tomorrow if we can. There we go. Yeah. Oh, get out of there. That's not a very big one. Oh. Of course, the one that cooperates is the smallest. Oh, just skin hooked also. I don't know. They've all seemed, for whatever reason, to be skin hooked. Maybe I need to upsize the hook just a little bit, but the one, there's one. Oh my, he is in. Oh, we got him out. That was pretty quick. Oh, stay out. No, no, no. Oh, you're doing so well. You're doing so well. I'm shocked our line stays together, to be honest. Oh my. Oh. And just as I said that, we broke off. Probably should be fishing a little bit heavier gear if we're going to fish this close to lily pads with this thing. Unfortunately, that was our O-ring. And it had held together very, very well up until that. And yeah, we might have to come back out, fish these lily pads, maybe with some heavier gear. I guess fishing an O-ring, I've never really thought about a Senko as, you know, something that you can fish as much like cover wise, but that might be something that you can do a little bit better with the O-rings. And, you know, obviously they'll hold together a heck of a lot better, but we'll have to see. We might come out and do that with maybe some bait casting gear, but we'll come out another time and definitely fish these things a little bit more. Welcome back, everybody. So we are out fishing for day number 2, fishing our Wacky Rigs with O-rings. I feel like we're gonna have a very good shot of catching more fish today. We're gonna fish for a little bit longer than we did yesterday, so that should automatically hopefully get us a couple more fish. And on top of it, a fair number of the fish that we had lost the other day was because they got hung up in some thicker lily pads, which isn't a place that I would typically throw a Wacky rig. Edge of lily pad, sure, but in the really thick of stuff, I wouldn't really have historically thrown that, because you throw a Wacky rig hooked through the plastic, there's a very, very good likelihood that you are not getting that back out just because it's going to rip through. So with these O-rings, I think that's one of the biggest things that will change with me for fishing, is just being able to fish at a little bit different of areas, maybe a little bit thicker of stuff. But we're going to go ahead and start fishing, hopefully get into a couple fish, and ideally we get some big ones. Let's get after it. Oh, there's a bite. Oh, I don't know if that was a bluegill, or it felt bigger than a bluegill, but he smoked it. He's got it. Not much bigger than a bluegill. First cast. Gotta love it. That's a little guy though. We might have to move around. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna have to move for a... There we go. There's one. Get him. This is on the more stout rod, so we shouldn't have to worry about getting into the lily pads. More or less just tearing them off than anything. Oh, that's not a bad one. There we go. Still skin hooked right in the corner, but held them in nice. There we go. There's a solid 1 1.5, 1 3/4. There we go. That was with the lighter bait caster. And again, our Senko looks perfectly fine. I think that might be the biggest thing that I have gained from this. Obviously, it does have a little bit more longevity to it, like clearly, but I think you can use the Wacky Rig in a little bit more of thick vegetation, maybe structure, than what I'd typically be comfortable throwing, you know, with 8-pound braid or anything else like that on a spinning rod. Which, if you're a fan of stick baits and whatnot, and want to just stick to one bait that typically works, it's just one more application you can use it in. There's one. Yeah. Oh gosh. This is one of those things I would never have thrown a Wacky Rig in these weeds had I not had the O-ring and the ability to throw it on a bait caster. Get out of there, buddy. I don't know if it's a good one or not. I haven't seen. I kind of see its tail. He's just stuck there. Oh gosh. Oh, nope. Don't come off. He's in here somewhere. Where he was. Is he still? Oh yeah, he's still there. Come here, buddy. I don't know where you're at. Cleaning out all these lily pads. Oh. Open up. Oh, there we go. Right in the corner. And our O-ring. Oh, look perfect. Best one of today. That's a little bit over a 2, 2 1/4. Not a bad fish. And he was just right in this stuff, and nothing I would ever throw a Wacky Rig. There's probably other baits you could certainly throw in here that probably would have caught that fish. But again, if you're just dead set on throwing a Wacky Rig, because that's just your bait, and I know people that almost solely throw a Wacky Rig just because it works and they don't want to have to worry about trying to use so many baits. But this stuff right here is not at all what I would try and throw a Wacky Rig in normally, especially with a spinning rod. But that's where we got him. See if we can't get some more. It's been a little bit slower actually than the other day we were out here, but that wasn't too bad. Hopefully it'll pick up right before dark. There's one. Get him. Oh, he's on the other side of that group of lily pads. We're gonna have to go after him. He's still on there. Oh, pulled him through some. Can we get through the rest? Is he still on? Oh, yeah, he's still there. There we are. Ah. There we are. It's wild how some of these, like, just barely skin hooked fish are able to be pulled through so many weeds. Not a big one. Oh, he's got some stuff going on in his gill. Holy cow. He's got like a wound through it. All right, here's another one. This is so much fun. Got him. Got him. Oh, there's so many in there. I missed him. Oh, I missed him. How did I miss him? He waked on it so quickly. Again, oh, look, there's like 3 of them waking. We're about to get lit up. Guaranteed. Right there. Got him. Oh my gosh. There's like 3 more in there. Get out quick. Get out, buddy. Come on. I know you're not a big one. Just a little guy. Get off. There's like 2 or 3 more of you. Again, you could not be doing this with anything besides an O-ring. There's no way they'd be lasting. There's definitely another one in there. There's one. Got him. Oh, that might be a better fish. Oh, that might be a better fish. It's not massive, but I think... no, I think it was bigger when I first... Yeah, it was bigger when I first saw it. There we go. When he first waked on it, I thought he was much bigger. Come on. It's just barely skin hooked. There we go. Another 2. And we still have the same Senko going for all these fish. Good gracious. There's so many waking. Topwater might not be over. There's a small part of me that might try and come out with some topwater again. Because there's a fair number of waking. Oh, there's... Get on. Fair number of waking and some that are crashing through the pads also. Oh, he's barely skin hooked. I don't know if we might lose him. Here we go. Oh, barely. Barely. Little guy. My gracious, this is phenomenal. Still the same single Senko. We only caught the one on the watermelon candy that we were throwing earlier. This one's starting to get a little bit beaten up, but it'll still work, I'm sure of it. There's one. Get him. I don't think that's a real big one. Oh, they're still active enough to be able to jump, even though we're getting into fall. Come on, buddy. Oh, there we go. Again, I don't think there's a chance in the world we would have got that one through all that with a spinning rod. I'm just shocked at how many of these fish are just barely hooked in the roof, but stay on so well. Another 2. That's probably a little bit over 1.5. Maybe not even 1 3/4. They're getting fat though. That's why they're eating this stuff so well. Oh, that is our first tear. The next one might be the last one. I don't know how many fish we caught on this guy, and ripped through plenty and plenty of lily pads. But I think that'd be, if we catch one more and she rips, I think that's a good stopping point. But I think that's got to be, it's got to be like 5 or 6 fish at least caught, and then another couple that we missed. And we absolutely tore that thing through some lily pads a few times. Again, it's probably the most life a Senko has ever seen. there's one. Get him. I've hardly set the hook on that one. He barely grabbed it. Oh. Oh boy, now we got problems. Where are you? It's underneath me. Calm down, little buddy. Or you're stuck some type of way. There we are, little guy. And our Senko lasted through another fish. I thought about it, and it makes way more sense not to lose this guy into the lake for no reason. So we are gonna retire this one. In all honesty, it should probably be hung up on as a trophy, because that might be a Senko that's caught the most fish ever. But we will try and catch one more on the spinning rod and then call her a night, because we have had one heck of a day. Got one? You bet we do. Oh, that's right, buddy. Go out to the lake. Stay away from the lily pads. What are we dealing with here? I don't think it's any bigger than the rest of that we caught. Everything feels more fun on a light spinning rod, but don't jump. Ah! He's not bigger than the rest, but he's one of the bigger ones for today. He's a fat. That's a fat, probably 2 1/4. There we go. Here you go. That one acted exactly how it should. Grabbed it, ran right out to the middle of the lake. Easy catch. Maybe we'll try one more. I said one, but as well as they're biting, maybe one extra one. There's got one. Go to the lake. There you go, buddy. Nope. Don't jump. Don't jump. Don't want that. Isn't a big one. He's fighting hard though. Well, certainly is fighting hard. Dragging the kayak around. Well, that's not a bad one. Just didn't fight as hard as the rest of the decent ones. Or if I hooked him funny or something. Yeah. Certainly as big as the rest of them. He just fought funny. That's probably, I don't know if that's pushing 2 1/2, but it might be. It might be 2 1/2. I don't think quite 2 3/4, but geez, he just didn't fight very hard. That'll be our last one. She's off. Oh, what a great day. I don't want to stop, but I think it was better than the last day we were out. It started off a little bit rough because it took a while to find fish, but as soon as they started biting, maybe it was just because the sun was going down, but as soon as they started biting, they bit consistently. But we will get back to the house and talk about it. Oh my. Get out of there, buddy. Nope. Oh no. No. Oh. Oh. That's not a bad fish. Oh no. Why did we not throw the bait caster? This is the reason we have it. Oh no. Do not come off now. Oh no. Oh, come on. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, he's right here. He is right here. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. That's a good one. That might be the biggest one of the day. I decided to fish for a little bit longer because it was too good. So I was just fishing until the battery ran out. Oh, no. Oh, come Come on. Oh no. No, no, don't do that. Is he out? I see him. Oh, good. Oh, that's not a bad one. Get your face up here. Oh, no. Oh. Don't come off. Do not come off. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Got him. Oh, I had him. No. Oh, my. Oh, good gracious. Look at that. Oh, oh, barely had him. How big are you? I'm gonna get out the... There's no way that's... No, that's not a 4, but that is a good fish. We're getting out the... If that's how we end our tournament, or our giveaway. How wild. Zeroed out. I'm guessing 3 1/4. Maybe just 375. How was I so far off? 3. That's almost our 4. That is wild. Last fish of the day. We're heading in. That's awesome. Let him go. Oh wow. We're done. That's we're definitely gonna have to come back out here. That is so crazy. That was almost the one to give away the box. Give her another couple weeks getting ready for winter, and she probably would be. All right, let's get back home. All right, we made it home after fishing our Wacky rig. Stick baits and Wacky rigs, they always catch fish. Even in some of the toughest conditions, they still catch fish. I think they perform similarly, using the O-ring and just fishing regularly as far as catching fish. The hookup ratios seem to be pretty similar for them both. In theory, there's a little bit more of a gap on the O-ring because there's not as much plastic on there. So in theory, that probably should hook up a little bit better, and it did really, really well today, but I would say they're relatively close. The one thing that was not close with them was how durable those Senkos were with that O-ring. That was wild. I never would have thought it would have worked that well. Dragging it through the lily pads multiple times on top of catching fish. I don't think we lost that black and blue one all day long. So we probably caught 7-8 fish on it at least and drug it through a bunch of lily pads. Probably 2 or 3 times we got hung up, and it towards the end it was looking a little raggedy, but a normal Senko would never last that long. Typically, in my experience, they're 2 fish at max basically. So that's wild. It'll save you a ton of money, and in all honesty, you do have to get the Wacky Rig tool and the O-rings, but the O-rings are reusable. They'll start to wear out at some point in time, but as long as you don't lose your hook, generally you can reuse those too. So that's great. It'll save you a ton of money, especially when Senko packs are $5 to $8 per or so, and it's pretty easy to go through an entire pack of Senkos in a good fishing day. So that being said, we are still doing our giveaway for our lure box. If you're new to the channel, we're doing a giveaway in a series format. So from when we started all the way up until December 1st, every video we don't catch a 4-pounder, we end up putting a lure in the box. And then we end up giving that away over on Instagram whenever we catch a 4-pounder. Or if we don't, it'll be December 1st. So whichever happens first. Our box is absolutely loaded right now. I would put a pack of Senkos in here if I had them. I don't have an unopened pack. We do have stick baits in there already, but I might have to, if I get some more, I guess throughout the year, we might put that in a future one. But I guess if anybody wants the opportunity to go ahead and win this, like, comment, share. To anybody who wants the opportunity, and again, we'll be doing that over on Instagram. But that being said, we did not catch a 4-pounder. We got very close. This was almost the video where we gave this away, but we didn't. So today I didn't have a pack of Senkos, and we do have stick baits in there already. So I'm going to go ahead and give away something else that I use a lot for finesse fishing, and that's just the robo worm. I don't know it works quite as well as a stick bait, but it works insanely well when that fishing is tough, and that's going to be coming in not too terribly long when winter comes around. So we'll put that in the box. Our box is insanely full. I've been procrastinating like no other to find a bigger box. We have well over $100. We'll probably go through it maybe in the next video as to how much is in there, but it's well over $100 right now. So again, like, comment, share. If you guys like the video, if you wouldn't mind liking, and if you want to see more videos like it, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'd be greatly appreciated also. Till next one.